Yeah, thanks a lot for jumping on. Really appreciate it. I've been like kind of watching you in the Discord channel for a while now. So kind of recognizing that you've been making good progress and you seem to just like got your head down and cracked on with following what we actually teach, which not everyone does, quite to be quite honest, but you seem to have done that, and that's why you're seeing really good results at the moment. So that's why we decided to get you on the interview. But if we could just start by going through a little bit about your background and how you got into trading in the first place.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. And good to be here. Maybe it inspires some people.
For
My
sure.
background, I'm 22. I have not much of a background. I skipped school with 18. I started my own business and got pretty successful in network marketing. And then a friend of mine called me and he spoke about crypto trading and stuff like this. And he told me like, yeah, you can make 1,000% per month or something like this, and it got me really, really excited. Then I made my first like crypto project. I actually made a lot of money and then I lost everything. And then somehow I got into trading. I'm not sure. A friend of mine started trading so-called prop firms,
Hmm.
and but yeah, it was not very interesting for me. I'm not sure. Then another friend of mine started trading, and then I thought maybe I give it a shot. And then I saw like all the Instagram fame and all the Rolexes and the money, oh, trading. Then I saw a guy on YouTube who only does EA trading, automated trading, and he has his Bugatti. And I thought, maybe I give it a try.
Mm.
And then I found POW basically like in February.
Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. So what were like three things you say you struggled with before you found PAL?
Let's say it. I blew like thousands of euros. I blew like 500. I blew like 12 accounts, I think. 12
Yeah.
times 100K accounts challenges.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what I struggled with was a concept, a consistent strategy,
Yeah.
and actually understanding and knowledge. And oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Understanding the knowledge around trading, or just around your strategy and what to do to pass the
Both.
challenges.
Both. I was looking for the quick fix. So I went to people
Yeah.
and I was looking for account management. I was looking for like the quick fix
Mhm.
and like plug in and play and forget about it forever. I didn't want to put in the effort
Yeah.
to really learn this stuff. And then I had a shift, and then like POW came to me, and then I
What
discovered
what
POW.
was the shift? What was the shift that you had?
The shift was like a teacher of mine told me like, Paul, you need to take responsibility. It's about empowerment, and empowerment comes from taking responsibility for your actions,
Yeah.
and yeah, like doing things for yourself, learning and putting the effort. Because he told me like, you're looking for the quick fix, but the only thing you will get is like a failure.
Yeah.
There's no quick fix. You need to take responsibility. That really he shifted my state.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's very good advice though, because like I think that's an important part of anyone's journey in trading, right? It's like I you know, everyone that I've spoke to on these sort of trader interviews kind of starts the same way, like blowing accounts, looking for the quick fix, looking to get to A to B with, you know, as fast as possible with no hiccups along the way. And it's like that's never really going to happen, especially in trading. Like it's an ongoing journey, right? And the only way that you're going to last is by, like you just said, like taking responsibility for yourself, and taking action. So, yeah, this it's not uncommon to hear. So, if nothing had changed, where do you think you'd currently be right now?
If nothing had changed and I wouldn't discover power, maybe I would still fail challenges, and maybe actually I think I would have given up.
Yeah,
Actually. Yeah.
completely given up.
I think so. Yeah. Maybe.
So
Yeah.
it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been in power since February. And since you joined, what sort of products have you focused on the most? So, are you using strictly banker EA? or are you using Red Alert? Are you using Edge? Like, what sort of products have you focused on?
I am really strictly only focusing on Banker EA.
Yeah.
I think Red Alert is a very great product, but to
Hmm.
be honest, I didn't get my mind to it yet. I
Yeah.
will, but I think to master one thing and Banker and to kind of devote yourself to this first is a good thing to do. Yeah.
And what would you say, like, what attracted you towards that? Or is it just that that's obviously the most popular EA, so you thought you'd, try and master that first? Or what was it? Was there something in particular that attracted you towards that?
I not something in particular. I would say just simply mastering the skill
Yeah.
of making 4% a month with low drawdown and just mastering this skill. And for me, I think Red Alert is more like harnessing news and stuff like this. And
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of news really because it's not so predictable, right? Banker is more consistent and more predictable. You have more control over it, right? I
Yeah.
think. I think.
No, I hear what you're saying. I think with Red Alert, like Red Alert is insane. By the way, it's like unbelievable. Some of the results are like the risk to reward results are crazy, but obviously you're trading high impact news, so the volatility around high impact news is obviously insane. And for most people, that's like we always get told to kind of fear high impact news and maybe be flat and switch off and stay well clear. So it's quite hard to have that shift in your mindset of like we can actually trade it and be profitable from it. So it does take a little bit of what's the word? A lot of understanding, I suppose. But I think eventually when you start trading Red Alert, you're gonna like it because from what I've seen with Banker, you've really like got to grips with how Banker works. Like, what would you say has helped you in that journey?
What helped me is like just following the process.
Yeah,
Following, like, you don't need to invent the wheel new. Like,
yeah,
there is a process. The process brings fruits.
hmm,
And if you just have patience and a little bit of devotion and discipline and just mastering the process, pretty easy. Your success is almost guaranteed. You
yeah,
can't fail. And what I'm realizing now is with Red Alert, one more thing to say. I think I need to examine my beliefs. I think I have a negative belief around news trading that's holding me back on further getting into new Red Alert. Very interesting. So it's not really trading is like you can do it, right? But it's more like examining your beliefs, your personal beliefs. Know thyself. What are your beliefs? What's in your mind? What's holding you back from all
yeah,
this process, right? Very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I think that's what trading's all about, right? It's like because like anyone can come into trading. Like trading isn't what it's obviously really difficult to master, but it's not. Anyone can do it, but what the hard part is mastering like yourself, and you are the person that's holding back your trading. Does that make sense? So like I think mastering your mindset, mastering your emotions, mastering your belief system, like that's the things that people need to focus on the most in order to become successful. No matter what they're using, whether it's Red Alert, Banker EA, manual trading, no matter what, it's still the same thing. In my opinion, anyway. So, what sort of success have you seen whilst being inside POW? I thought, like, maybe we could talk through some of your cent accounts that you've been running recently, like any profits that you made in your cent accounts, and what sort of success are you seeing?
Yeah, so I am primarily doing live account trading with my own funds and with cent accounts and great success. I really have great consistent success now over the last weeks and months. My one of my cent account is doing like 25 to 30% almost a month. And I saw like 25 to 30% drawdown, so it's very good in my opinion.
Yeah,
And also my life capital is doing really great. So I'm always seeing like 1% a day or something. It's
that's
amazing. Yeah.
crazy. 1% a day on
Yeah.
live capital, and
Yeah.
what would you say is like helped you get there? What are the main things that are helping you see these results?
According to my personal psychology and my approach, I found the right strategy for myself. I now have a process that is strict. I optimize my
Yeah.
portfolios every 2 weeks
Okay.
for 6 months. And
Okay.
I stick to this. I have my pairs, I have my process, I
Hmm.
optimize every 2 weeks. For some people, it may be very often. For
Yeah.
me, it works the best.
Okay.
And this strategy that brings me confidence, peace of mind, and great success.
So you just to get things clear. So for your live accounts and your sent accounts, you optimize. What strategies are you using?
I simply use the optimization files that Darren is providing, right? So it's three strategies, right?
Okay.
RSI, what is a trend,
Trend,
and mhm,
trend, RSI, and range. Yeah.
yes,
So you still use all three, and you're trading the major pairs or a mixture.
a mixture. Yeah, of course, the major pairs, and what I'm currently very good is Euro AUD, Euro CAD. Like I think I just trade the pairs like Darren recommends, right? And all works, right?
Okay.
Almost every pair works, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay. So once you've created your portfolio, you're back testing back 6 months. So let's say around February, March 2024. And then you run it for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, you strictly re optimize again
Yeah, here's
using
what I
the
do.
same pairs.
I yeah, I re-optimize everything again, but when it comes to the testing part, like the set processor, I also retest my previous set files. Of course, I mean,
Uh,
some set files are really good. I don't need to change everything.
yeah.
So I re-optimize everything with
Mhm.
new sets coming in, and I use my old ones that were running for 2 weeks, and also I test them as well. And then I just go for HTML Hunter, Portfolio Picker, and sometimes I reuse my previous sets for the next couple of weeks until the new optimization will give me newer, better sets.
Interesting. Interesting. I like it. I like your approach.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very that's good. That's good stuff. Because obviously you don't have to re-optimize every 2 weeks. So why have you chosen to do that? Like out of interest, just out of interest.
Yeah, it just gives me confidence. It just gives me
Oh,
like I feel good, you know? I feel good, and because I have this knowing when I optimize every 2 weeks, the change is high that I have good set fights and that I'm going with the market. In
yeah.
every 2 weeks I'm swimming with the market
Mm,
instead of like waiting a long time. I'm very swimming, and the current market conditions
bit
are
hit.
very like a bit more unpredictable, I think. What I feel. So swimming with the markets in a short interval
Yeah.
gives me great confidence. That's it.
And to get to this point where you've found what works for you, what did you do? Like, was you testing this on a demo account for a long time before you saw these sort of results? Like, what sort of things were you doing in order to get to this point where you feel confident in your approach?
Yes, lots of testing and optimizing.
Yeah.
There's no way around it, guys. I just
Yeah.
tested and changed the optimization file and testing and optimizing and only demo count testing and optimizing and seeing and looking, observing, judging the fruits, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
And how long
do the
for?
work.
How long for did you run on a demo account?
You if minimum like a month, a
Yeah.
month.
Yeah, this is an important lesson for anyone that's part of the group and maybe watching this and maybe not seeing progress and results, or anyone that's going to join. Like, run your stuff on a demo account for as long as you can to gain confidence in your strategy before you go live. Because so many people will come into the group and like rush the process and think, maybe do their back testing, create a portfolio, and then put it straight onto a live account, and they don't have any confidence in what they're running, so that when they see like high drawdown or maybe things don't go to plan, then they throw it all away and think, oh, this doesn't work and blah blah blah. But that's because that they haven't got the confidence in their approach. So yeah, very important lesson to learn there. But it sounds like you've really got to grips with that, which is great. So could you give me like 3 reasons why you'd recommend POW?
So the first reason is if you want to seriously create generational wealth and financial independence for yourself and for your loved ones, POW is a great tool to do this. Absolutely 100%. The Forex market is $1 trillion market that will probably, in the next 20 years for sure, not fall down. And if you want to have an easy system that you don't need to be like 24/7 in high alert, it's like it's POW is not passive. It needs to be managed for sure, but it is passive, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I can highly recommend POW. It's amazing. It's remarkable.
Legend. What about the in terms of like, what's your opinion? Just to tell people that might be looking to join, what's your opinion on terms of like what you receive whilst inside PAL in terms of support, community? Obviously, we spoke about the products, but
Yeah.
what's your opinion on that as well?
So the community is a big key factor. Power has such a great community. And all people are so respectful, so helpful. Everyone wants to help. It's so amazing, really, really, really. And I, in person, I think I opened thousands of tickets for sure, support tickets.
Yeah.
But every time I get the perfect answer, people care for my process. So it's a big key. So you can harness the power of the community.
Mhm.
It is unity. You are not alone, right? You
100.
can be part of the community. You can chat with people. You can receive good stuff from the community. And that's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Love it. That's great stuff. Well, perfect. We've pretty much covered everything, but yeah, thanks so much for jumping on and sharing your journey and your experience so far. And I look forward to seeing more results from you inside the group.
Yeah, I can say one another thing. Very important stuff. So it's not about trading, it's about knowing yourself. And you
Mhm.
can use the process and trading as a reflection about yourself. So if you fail, it means you need to observe and examine yourself. You
Yeah,
need to look for the vices that are in balance in your life. You need to eliminate greed, impatience, and you need to observe why are you failing. So it's a reflection. The whole process is a reflection of yourself, and you really, really will learn about a lot about yourself. And that's an amazing part. You can make a lot of money, but you really learn about yourself because trading is a hard process. It's
100%.
really something. Yeah.
100%. I think like I know we said this earlier on in the interview, but like it literally is the number one most important thing is like looking, like kind of looking within. And if you're making mistakes, you're not seeing progress, and you're hitting a lot of roadblocks along the way. It's not the trading that's the problem, it's you. So there's always things that you need to fix. There was a guy that actually jumped on the last interview that we done, and the main thing that he needed to fix in order to become a better trader was his sleep. So he wasn't sleeping too well. So he took a like a sleep course, like a 6 to 8 week sleep course, and
Mhm.
that enabled him to learn what was stopping him from having a deep sleep at night, and waking up in the morning being fresh and ready to go. Whereas before he was waking up groggy, and your decision making is then going to be flawed because you haven't got enough sleep, your performance is down. And that was the one thing that he needed to do in order to move forward. And once he had done that, he made exponential progress. So yeah, very
Crazy. And people forget about that.
yeah,
Really, people forget about the fact that it's about yourself.
yeah.
It's about here. It's about your mind, your beliefs. It's not about trading. It's about yourself. It's a reflection.
Why
People
do you
need to
think that is?
really. Sorry?
Why do you think that is? Why do you think people like don't understand that? Is it because they're scared to look inside, or
Yeah, that's a very good question. I mean, I study spirituality, and it's a lot about in general in life. People are so fixed on the material world, but people all in general in life they forget about the fact that it's all about yourself.
yeah,
It's about looking within. Everything, your relationships, your life, your progress, how much joy you have, all has to do with yourself. And people maybe they are we call it ignorant of the light. People are sometimes a little bit ignorant to really accept the truth and the eternal truth
Yeah,
that it's about yourself.
yeah,
People have lack of knowledge, I would say, lack of knowledge, lack of understanding.
yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Love that, man. Love that. Yeah, I love your the emotional aspect of your personality, of your and your trading. Like I can tell, like as soon as you jumped on the call, I was like, yeah, he's definitely a spiritual guy because the way you talk is it's interesting, man.
Thanks.
Maybe you could pass this on to more members because there's a lot of members in the group that need to be learning this side of things. It's like I think everyone's so focused on like the money side of things and like what's going on in the day-to-day market, but not focusing on the other side of things. And as much as like we try and push it across all our social media platforms and Darren speaks about it a lot, it still doesn't kind of hit home, you know?
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
if members shared their own experience, maybe it will encourage more people to go that way and look within. But I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Thank you so much. I'm just going to click to stop record
Thanks.
so that it saves.